Ordered the iPhone 17 Pro, the deep blue, and I ordered the cosmic orange. And I use my points. So it costs 150,000 points on this one, 150,000 points on this one. I paid 317,000 points, and then my additional payment was 76 cents. So no trade-ins, no none of that. I use my points, and that's how I pay for a lot of my stuff. So I don't spend the same type of money that everybody else. So a lot of times y'all see me with the new stuff. You see me getting all of the upgrades and stuff like that. And that's one of the hacks that I live in life. Like a lot of the flights that I take, a lot of the hotels. When I went over to Japan, when I went to Tokyo, I stayed at the Ritz-Carlton. Everything was points. Everything was point. And I pay zero interest because I pay off my balances, but I spend so much money because I do it all from a business perspective. So yeah, I got all of the cards. I get everything. Most of the stuff that I do, and y'all be like, oh man, he living his life, he's stunting. I'm broke out here, man. Listen, I don't have no money. I got $1. I have $1 in my bank account, bro. I don't have a lot of money like that. I got one. My savings balance is $1. That's my savings balance. Savings balance is $1. It's tough, bro. I get it. The economy is bad. Things is going interesting. And so me and the bag chasers, we working it out inside of the Patreon. If y'all not a part of the Patreon, make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. I heard LeBron James said it. Let me see if I can find that real quick. It's Freestyle Friday. Complex. LeBron said he broke. Me too. If LeBron is broke, no different than him. Let me see. LeBron said it too. Y'all didn't see what LeBron said? We all in the same boat, bro, except for he better than me. And so this is what LeBron had to say.
You've been getting money for a long time.
And I got more to get.
I see. I mean, the richer we see.
I got more to get.
A quick Google search says that your net worth is $1.2 billion.
Now y'all want me to start lying?
Be you.
Google search is a lie. That is a lie.
That's wrong.
Yeah, it's wrong.
Is it more? Is it less?
Oh, it's way less.
Oh.
Yeah, it's way less.
Okay.
It's way less. There's a couple like thousand in my bank. That's it. I got a couple thousand. That's my room key. I am free for me.
I'm same thing. Like, if it's good enough for him, it's good enough for me. If it's good enough for Bron to live like that, then it's good enough for me. I am mimicking the greats, right? If LeBron said that I ain't got no money, then how am I any different than LeBron? A lot of people don't even really understand the game, bro. People don't understand the game. And it's a very simple game to play. And they tricked y'all. They really did trick. Well, let me play the rest of what LeBron got to say, because I didn't hear the rest of what he said.
Everything I got on free. Everything.
I heard you with the young king. Chris is his name. Yeah, how much for the shirt? Free.
Free.
How much for the pants?
Yo, I'm telling you.
The Richard wasn't free. No way.
This is free. This is LeBron edition Richard Mille.
Is this actually a LeBron edition?
Yes.
Oh, it probably was free.
Listen, you see my wedding band? It say my queen, free. Hat, wave cap, Dewey, free. Listen, Forever King is free, Forever King me. I ain't got no money, man.
I'm broke, baby.
My kids got all the money now. NILs and shit. They got all the money. They take care of dad now. I ain't got nothing. I'm broke.
At one point, your goal was to make the NBA.
Yeah.
You made it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you had a goal to be an all-star.
Mm-hmm.
You made it. You had a goal to be an MVP.
Listen, what is he saying? Y'all missing the play because you like, oh, LeBron is he capping all of this, he cap and all of that. Let me tell you what the name of the game is, bro, before we get into the show. The name of the game is to basically be broke. Y'all listen to the Dame Dash interview, and y'all didn't catch what Dame Dash said. I had to apologize to Dame. I ain't even gonna cap with you. I had to apologize to Dame. Dame may not have the type of money that he had before, but at the same time, Dame is playing the game. LeBron is playing the game. Obviously, they may be playing the game on a much different level, but people that have resources, I'm going to tell y'all, very rarely are they broke. People that have resources, or let me revise it. Very rarely do they have the resources that y'all think that they have in the way that y'all want them to have it. Y'all want people to sit there and be flashing a bunch of money and be, doing the rapper thing and all of that. Most of our clothes is free. I'll tell you right now, this hat right here, this God Loves All hat, this is a free hat. My Bad Chaser hat that I'll be wearing, free. This shirt that I got on right now is probably a good, I don't know, if I had to guess, $20. I got on Nike joggers and I got on some Yeezy slides that my daughter bought me for Christmas. Most of the time when you see me rocking my iPhones that I just showed y'all, I paid 76 cents. I used points and I paid 76 cents. I got the best ones. They're available to ship. They come in 2 to 3 weeks. And I paid 76 cents is the difference for my iPhone. And so most of the things that I do and most of the ways that I live my life is free.com, baby. It's 100% free.com. And that's the name of the game. The name of the game is to try to my personal salary. I'm going to be honest with y'all. My personal salary per year is around $70,000 per year. My personal salary is about $70,000 per year. I get paid, after all of the hard work that I'm doing, I get paid about $70,000 per year. That is what I'm going to try to pay taxes on. Everything else is business expenses. We have to try to continue to pay employees. We got to make sure that we're making investments. I'm not trying to be the person that's the rapper. I don't need that no more. I done already lived the life. I done did everything that I wanted to do. I go where I want to go. If it's not a business expense, if I'm not spending it on business, if I'm not spending it on my daughter, if I'm not spending it to make sure the people in my life is, better, I don't really care about that. It's not about it's not about how much money you make. It's about how much you keep and how much you invest. It's not about how much money you make. It's about how much you keep. Your goal every single month, my goal is to drive towards being broke. Every dime that I get, I spend it. And if I can't rock it out for free, then I don't want it. That's the name of the game. See, we've been sold on keeping up with the Joneses. We've been sold on the idea that you're supposed to, listen, I get text messages every day from Rita. You know what she give me text messages about? Updates. Hey, listen, the lots is updated. This is Rita every day. Lots updated, assuming the firmament. The hood and the mixed bag. Lots appear to be 70 by 300. So the lots and the options. Let me know, Anton, your thoughts. Draper contracts. I can scroll up a little bit more. She's sitting there giving me updates and saying, hey, listen, this is yesterday. This is literally Rita yesterday. I say, tell the contractor to call me. Then she sent me the pictures. Yesterday. Draper Culvert. This is literally yesterday at 4:33 p.m. Sending me pictures of her doing her job. of doing what she's supposed to do. And so she on the site. She on site. She making sure I write the checks. She makes sure she built the properties, and we take care of business. And then we do what we do. And so again, the goal for me is just to build. If it ain't about running up a bag, if it's not about legacy, if it's not about my daughter, if it's not about putting more money into her pocket, if it's not about running it up, you get it, Monique. We playing the wrong game, y'all. I was telling them, I ain't gonna tell y'all what I told them on Block Club on the Patreon, but I'm gonna just tell y'all, like, all money in. And I also was kind of given a little idea of how it is that I think about life, right? And the way that I think about life and the way that I see life is just different from everybody else now. And I think that when you first start really getting money, and so this is why people got to get it out of their system, you want to spend the money on the stuff that's going to impress other people, right? So you want it, like now, if I get a car, I get a car for me. I get a car because it's meaningful to me. Now, if I get a car, I get it because it's meaningful to me. I don't get it because I need to impress people or get a girl or any of that type of stuff. And I believe that we've been finessed into thinking that that is what life is about. That is what money is about. That is what generational wealth is about. No, at some point, you want to get to the point where you get a family office. Bro, listen. I'll break it down to you like this. Look at Trump. You may not necessarily like his politics. I understand that there's some people that may be a lot more liberal, or they may not necessarily agree with this and that and so on and so forth. But look at Trump. Trump said the other day, they tried to question him about his net worth. And he said, listen, I don't know nothing about that. My kids is running everything. My kids got everything. My kids take care of business. He said, I don't know nothing about that. My people around me is the one that take care of everybody. Trump walks around in a suit and a tie. His entire life, he's walked around in a suit and a tie. I'm not even sure that Trump owns a personal car. I'm not sure that Trump owns a personal car. Now, I love cars. And so that is like a hobby for me and my daughter. I'm not even sure that he owns. Why do we need a personal car and he's getting chauffeured around every single day in the Beast? I'm not sure that I even got anything in my name. If something is in my name, then usually it's in my name temporarily until we get it sorted out from a legal perspective. And then we move it over into something else. Y'all got to start thinking differently about money, man. And I think that a lot of it just comes from the circles that you in and the people that you surround yourself with. Y'all surrounding yourself with people that have to spend money in order to try to impress people. I'm hanging around people that got resources and access to capital. Look at the words that I'm using. Y'all hanging around people that got to spend money in order to impress people. And so you feel the need to have to do that. I hang around people that have access to capital, meaning that I can get a hold of $100 grand, $200 grand, $300 grand, $400,000 without even blinking. If you get to the point to where you can get a family office, I got multiple different offices, even inside of this building right now. I got the office, I got the studio, and then I also gave the Patreon members a little bit of a tour a few months ago. And then I got the construction part, where we do the real estate and building the houses and stuff. We got that, and then we also have the family office over there. And so when you get to the point to where money is not really the goal, but the goal is to make sure that everybody else is straight, then all you need is access to capital. That's all I need. I don't really care about anything else. We playing the wrong game, y'all. We've been playing the wrong game for a long time. For a long time. I don't need money in my bank account. I just need access to capital. And yes, we absolutely do have a family office and we keep it in there. And a lot of people don't even understand what a family office is. That's where you basically strategize on exactly how to preserve wealth. Right? When I say that, yep, we've made the decision to give scholarships back to people in my high school that I graduated from. That's where we strategize at. Asset management, wealth, transference of wealth, making sure that things are in the right names and in the right trusts. That's what we focus on. We focus the majority of our what it is that we got to do into making sure that we do everything and everybody is taken care of. Okay, what is this person dealing with? How is this person set up? How do we set them up for success? How do we make sure that the grandkids is taken care of? How do we make sure that mom's is always going to be straight? Where is she going? All of that stuff. And so, absolutely all of that is happening inside of the family office. That's exactly what it is. If you're not moving that way, listen. If you get money, shout out to all of my people that's getting a lot of money, because I know it's a lot of entertainers. I know it's people that rock out with me. I know it's a lot of people that watch this. And we're about to deep dive into the show. I just thought that LeBron James clip was beautiful. And I'm adding context. If everybody that's in your family ain't got a house that's paid for, but you getting money, you're not doing it the right way. If you don't have a house, if your wife or your girl don't have a house in her name or in a trust for her, if your daughter, when she turned 18, you getting all of this money. I see all of these guys all the time on the internet talking about all of the money that they getting and stuff like that. Bro, if you getting that type of money and your daughter is not 17 or 18 years old, and they don't already have a house for themselves in their name, then you doing it the wrong way. If your kid turns 18 and you can't add them as an authorized user on your cards with a low utilization rate that basically gives them an 800 plus credit score the minute that they turn 18, and you getting all this money, don't talk to me. See, they don't want me to tell y'all this type of information. See, listen, the reason why they want to tear me down, the reason why there's so many agents out here that say that they don't like me, is because they're being basically manipulated by other people that don't want y'all to be successful. So they don't want y'all to get the information because I'm not a gatekeeper. If anybody has ever been a part of any of my Patreon live streams, I'm not a gatekeeper. If you getting money, now I know that there's some people in here that's working y'all way up to it. I get it. That's why I give y'all the information that I give y'all inside of the Patreon, inside of the Bag Chasers. That's why I tell y'all how y'all need to move over the next 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years. You need to use that as your inspiration. And I give you the insight so you can get there. I give you the blueprint of how to get there. If you out here running around in the Mary Jeans and Chrome Hearts, if you got a bunch of cars, but your kid ain't got a house in their name, if you don't have a life insurance policy that's $5 million or more, but you doing all of this and you getting all of this money, you ain't getting no money. You just keeping up with the Joneses. You the same way as the people that make $100,000 a year, but they still living paycheck to paycheck. If you getting that type of money, your child should be having a property. Your girl should have a house in her name, and she should have a rental property in her name also that's paid off. If anything was to happen to you and everybody still ain't straight to where they got to be out here struggling, that's a problem. If you don't have a will set up, if you don't have your family office governing things, if you're not allocating resources, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm relating more to Dame, and I don't know what his financial situation is, but the way that he's talking is accurate, because that's the way that I got my family set up. Brothers, let me check on y'all. Hey, we all need to. Do you know that me and my family have a family meeting on a regular basis? I ain't even working. The numbers and the plaque and the accolades is enough for me. Now I'm working to make sure that everybody else is around me is straight. And now that all of the family and stuff is all good and everybody is taken care of, now I'm working on the people that work with me on the live streams. Everybody that stream with me. All right. So listen, this is what the strategy is, y'all. This is how we moving. This is how we gonna do this. This is what the number's gonna be. Let me work on this, and then I'm gonna make sure I take care of y'all on this end. And so that's how we focusing. That's how we working. That's how we working. I don't even care about stuff no more, bro. Honestly, I genuinely don't. So that they'll everybody is an armchair quarterback, and that's cool. And we want them to do that because we want to continue to promote ourselves. AD, what if your kid is independent like you and doesn't want handouts? I'm gonna read super chats also shortly. Doesn't want handouts. My son refuses handouts and he's working on making his own fortune. That's a good thing. This is what you do. You let him go through it, but then you basically continue to set him up on the back end. My daughter was the same way. I think she caught it a little bit earlier. And so now she just like, Dad, I just want to figure out what it is because she understands the vision now. And so the fact that the last thing that you want is a son that wants to be a leech and don't want to work. All he's doing is showing you his work ethic. So what you do is you just continue to guide him without him knowing that you guide him. Like, for example, they're still supposed to go to college. You still got to go to college. You still got to graduate. I looked at, I had a conversation with some people that was a part of Little Caesars Arena, the Ford family. And, they own the Illages, not the Ford family, the Illages. And the Illages, do you know that all of them actually went through college? They still had to get their business degrees. They still had to take care of business. They still had to go to the University of Michigan. They had to do all of these type of people, all these things. See, Silky Brown, for example, will say, no college, people. Listen, bro, context matters. College is not a bad thing. And it's a reason why all rich people send their kids to college. Stop mimicking and listening to people that do not have the results. Listen, now going to college and getting a bunch of student loans is stupid. You could go to community college. You can get your tuition paid for from your job. Why y'all not reaching out and seeing what your benefit package is? A lot of times they'll help you with tuition assistance. Go into the right field of study. Go into the right curriculum. Stop letting people con y'all into staying in the same space that's not going to get you to the spaces that you want to be in. College is not bad, but the way that people go into college and study underwater basket weaving and spend $150,000 on student loans in order to do it is bad. Y'all don't want to hear that no more? Okay. All right. Well, we can move on. We can move on. My daughter gave me a whole list of colleges that she applied to. And now we're working on narrowing it down, making sure it's local, making sure she right here, and we taking care of business.